Hi friends, I love football. It's my favorite sport. I am about to have a good game of football. We're going to play a game with little goal posts we fondly call monkey posts. I was just measuring the length of the goal posts when you joined me. Do you remember what we said length is? Length tells us how long or tall something is, or the distance from one point to another. Well, join me today as we learn of different fun ways we can measure length. Come on, let's get started. There are two ways we can measure length. They are the non-standard way, also known as the natural way of measuring length, and the standard way of measuring length. Let's talk about the natural way of measurement a little. Did you know that before we had things like a ruler for measurement, people measured the length of a thing with the parts of their body? Yes, we did. We used our arms, hands, and feet. Cool, right? This was the natural way we measure things back then. The following are some of the units of measuring length with the natural or non-standard way. The foot span. This is the length of the foot, from the tip of the toenail to the end of the foot. Just like I used for my goalpost. The pace. This is the length of a step or a stride. Look, Ade is measuring the length of his room using the natural unit called the pace. Here's another cool natural method of measurement. It's called the cubit. It is the length of your arm from the end of your middle finger to your elbow. Just like my daddy's arm is placed here. That's the cubit. Now friends, I want you to join me in a fun exercise. Ready? Let's spread our arms like this. Good. When we spread our arms this way and use them to measure things, we are using the arm span way of measurement. It is the distance between the tips of the middle fingers of both arms outstretched from the body. Now, see my hands? The distance measured from the tip of my thumb to the tip of my little finger is called the hand span. This table has 10 hand spans. Amazing, isn't it? Now, here's the fun part. Look around you at home and in your classroom. Together with your friends, go on and measure the length of things you can see the natural way. It should be fun. Hey friends, great news! I think I just added half an inch to my height.
Yeah, right. But you'll always be shorter than me though.
Not if I eat up all the food at home and leave none for you. In our daily lives, we measure things all the time using measuring instruments, just like Amaka just helped me in measuring my height. Now, can you think of some things we measure in our environments? Some things we can measure are wood, land, clothes, the height of a person, and so on. Here's my uncle, Obinna. He's a carpenter. He usually uses the tape measure to measure the length of woods, which he uses to make furniture. My dad is a land surveyor. A surveyor is someone who correctly measures the length and distance of a land that is needed for building houses. Daddy and his team make use of an instrument called a theodolite for measuring the land before anyone can build on it. Meet my auntie Aisha. She's an awesome fashion designer. She sews all my uniforms and clothes for me. When she works, she uses a measuring tape to measure her customers' clothes. She makes really beautiful clothes. So friends, look around you. Are there other things in the environment you can measure? I bet there are. One more task before we go, friends. Can you measure how much we've learned today? I'm sure it's been quite a lot, isn't it? I wish there was an instrument to measure it though. Today, we learned how to identify the natural units of measuring length, and we also learned how to relate measuring length to our environment. That's all, friends. Hope to see you next time for another fun lesson. Keep being a maths fan. Bye-bye!